Evan had lived in his small apartment for 3 quiet years. Nothing strange ever happened in that dull gray building at the end of Willow Street. Until one cold November evening, a new tenant moved in next door. The man was in his 50s, tall, pale, and neatly dressed, like someone who had just come from a funeral. He introduced himself as Mr. Keller, shaking Evan's hand with a polite smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. For the first few days, Evan barely noticed him, except for one odd detail. The light under Mr. Keller's door was always on. No matter the hour, 2 a.m., 4 a.m., even dawn, a faint yellow glow spilled into the hallway. At first, Evan laughed it off. Maybe the guy just didn't like the dark. But then came the noises. Late at night, when the city went silent, Evan could hear faint scratching, like nails running along the wall they shared. Sometimes it was followed by a soft whisper, repeating something he couldn't make out. One night after midnight, Evan got up for a glass of water. As he passed the door, he noticed something strange, the faint sound of breathing on the other side. He leaned closer. It stopped. Then came a whisper, right at his ear. "You can't sleep either, right?" Evan stumbled back, heart pounding. He stared through the peephole. Nothing but darkness. He knocked on the door, but no one answered. The next morning, he went to see the landlord, an older man who'd owned the building for years. When Evan mentioned Mr. Keller, the landlord frowned. "That apartment?" he said quietly. "It's been empty since last winter." Evan froze. "No, there's someone there. He moved in last week." The landlord shook his head. "You must be mistaken. Mr. Keller died last December. Heart attack. The place hasn't been rented since Evan's skin went cold. He returned home, trying to convince himself it was just some mistake. That night, the scratching started again, louder this time, and then through the thin wall, he heard the whisper once more. "Neither of us can sleep." Evan turned off his lights, holding his breath. Under the door, the same faint yellow glow appeared again, steady, unblinking. He watched it for hours until dawn broke. But when sunlight filled the hallway, the light under Keller's door was still shining.